What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut. And today we're going to be looking at the Matt Cassel trade, which occurred during the 2005 NFL Draft. Now, at the time this trade happened, it seemed pretty minor, and it was for a while. Just a swapping of late round picks. However, after Tom Brady would suffer a torn ACL early on in the 2008 season, Matt Cassel would go from an unknown backup to a star. Now, this video will also look at when Cassel was traded to Kansas City. This was looked at in the past in the John Gruden trade, which will be linked down below, but I decided to just keep the two Cassel trades together just because Matt Cassel was a pretty good player. Anyways, how did this trade work out? We'll start by looking at the then Oakland, now Las Vegas Raiders, who traded up to the 175th overall selection. With that, they would grab defensive tackle Anta Hawthorne. Now, Hawthorne would spend the majority of his rookie season on the practice squad, but he did manage to appear in 2 games, recording 4 tackles. He would record 13 tackles in the 2006 season, but that would be it for his career as a Raider, as he would be waived after the season. Not the best deal for the Raiders. How did the Patriots do? So the first thing we're going to look at was the 230th pick in the 2005 draft. This would be used to grab quarterback Matt Cassel. Now, Cassel was the third-string quarterback for the Patriots as a rookie, although he did appear in a pair of games in cleanup duty and blowouts. He would complete 13 of 24 passes for 183 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. Now, he would end up getting the backup role for 2006, and he would throw 8 passes in the backup role, 5 of which were caught for 32 yards. In the Patriots' undefeated regular season of 2007, he would throw 7 passes. One of them was intercepted, however, and returned to the house. While he didn't throw an offensive touchdown, he did throw a defensive one, which isn't good. Now, in week 1 of the 2008 season, Tom Brady took a hit and he would tear his ACL and MCL. Cassel, being the backup, stepped in as the starter. And with a lot of pressure on him, leading a team that had just gone 16-0 and lost in the Super Bowl, he would play decently. He led the Patriots to a win week 1, and he started to shine as the season progressed. He would throw for 3 touchdowns and 183 yards in a Week 7 blowout victory over the Denver Broncos. He had a strong showing in Week 11 against the New York Jets, as he would throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns while adding 8 carries for 62 yards. He managed to improve the following week, as he would throw for 415 yards, 3 touchdowns, and while he did throw an interception, he added 2 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown in the victory over the Miami Dolphins. He would have a 4-touchdown game against the Raiders week 15. Now, the following week, Cassel played in a snowstorm for the first time in his career, and he played pretty good. He would throw for 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions in a must-win game. Now, he would successfully pull off a quick kick punt in week 17, which helped pin Buffalo on their own 2-yard line. Despite leading the team to an 11-5 record, however, the Patriots would miss the playoffs. Now, he ended the year with a career-high 3,693 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. So you could see, while he had his games, he did not really throw the ball all that well at times. Now, he would be given the franchise tag after the successful season, and there were rumors that the Patriots would consider trading away Tom Brady, but those were just rumors. Nothing ever came of them. Shortly after, Cassel was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs alongside a linebacker in exchange for the 34th pick in the 2009 draft. Now, this pick would be used by the Patriots to select safety Patrick Chung. Now, Chung would spend the majority of his rookie season as a backup, but he did manage to play a bit, recording 1 interception, 1 pass defended, 1 forced fumble, 2 sacks, and 37 tackles. Now, he would take over a starting role in 2010, and he responded with a career year, registering career highs with 3 interceptions and 96 tackles, to go with 9 passes defended, which tied for his career high, and the only interception touchdown of his career. Now, he is most known for what he did in Week 4 against the Miami Dolphins, as he recorded that pick 6, blocked a punt, and blocked a field goal on Monday Night Football in a big win for the Patriots. Now, a fractured thumb and a knee injury limited Chung to only 8 games in 2011, but he was still solid, registering 4 passes defended and 1 interception. He started off the 2012 season as a starter, but he would suffer a shoulder injury that knocked him out for 4 games. Unfortunately for Chung, he would lose his starting job upon returning, and he had to fight to get back on the field. And he did get the job back. He ended the year with 2 interceptions, 5 passes defended, and 44 tackles. Now, he would walk after the year, but he would eventually return. It is worth noting that he's a member of the New England Patriots 2010's All-Decade team, but this is mostly due to his impact when he returned from his 1-year trip to Philadelphia, I guess you could say. Now, the Patriots also got a 2006 5th-round pick in the original trade. This would become the 136th overall selection, and with that, they would select offensive tackle Ryan O'Callahan. Now, O'Callahan held on to the starting right tackle role for 6 games as a rookie, which wound up being the best year of his career. He was used as an extra blocker special teamer in 2007, although he did manage to record a start. Now, he would miss all of the 2008 season due to a shoulder injury, and then he was cut before the 2009 season. Now, the last team we're going to look at is the Kansas City Chiefs, who got Matt Cassel and another player. So we'll start with Matt Cassel, the quarterback, who would sign a 6-year deal shortly before the season. Now, unfortunately for him and Kansas City, he would suffer an MCL injury early in the preseason. This would force him to miss the first game of the regular season for Kansas City, and upon returning, he was mediocre. He led the team to a 4-11 record. He himself threw for 2,924 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. Now, he had a much better season in 2010, which was headlined by an elite month in November. During November, he would throw for 1,111 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now, he would miss a game in December due to needing an appendectomy, and he still played well, as Kansas City would finish with a 10-6 record, and they made the playoffs. Now, he ended the year with 3,116 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, so he cleaned up his game a bit. However, he struggled mightily in the playoffs, throwing 3 interceptions in their first-round loss. Now, he had an inconsistent year in 2011, throwing for 1,713 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions over 9 starts before a hand injury cut his season short. Now, he would struggle once more in 2012, managing to make 8 starts. Across those starts, he would throw for 1,796 yards and 6 touchdowns, but 12 interceptions. He also added 9 fumbles, a league high 7 of which were lost, which is never good since he only played half the season. Now, he was benched due to his poor performance and was released after the 2012 season. Still, he was a one-time Pro Bowler for Kansas City. Now, the other player that they got was linebacker Mike Vrabel. Now, Vrabel stepped into a starting role early, and he played decently his first season as a Chief, recording a pair of sacks, 52 tackles, 6 passes defended, and 2 forced fumbles. His play would regress in 2010, however, as he ended the year with 48 tackles, a forced fumble, and a pass defended, but no sacks, and he would retire after the season concluded. This was the Matt Cassel trade. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your day.